All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and our home team. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Go! Kill! Hey, turn it up! No! 53 Linda!
So after the INT, it's Brady. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, 81 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on second down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Crunch. Hey, high 7. 44's to Mike. Shadow. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 31. Check 31. Check the backer.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
On the ground, it's Eckler. And some room to run now. 34 yards there and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
2nd and 9. The Jaguars 20.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
He's checking. Crash. Watch the edge. Hey, Alabama. Let's go.
Now Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now Leonard Fournette. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? 44, Mike, 44.
They'll look. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Fournette, a first down carry. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Check, 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 check. Anyone?
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a play fake here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
44, Mike, 44. Stop it. Ozzy. 44 is Mike. Check. Sponge. No. Say. Orbit. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Check it, reload. Check it.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown here in this first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run with Fournette. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Fournette. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. Let's go, D. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take long. 44 is the mic. 44.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Check hot route.
Brady now on 1st down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
It's a pickup of 8 yards to move them into a 3rd and 13 here.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Hey, both 66. Buzz. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. 72. Give me some therapy after this. Wide. Rip. Wide. Get wide. Joker. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Check it. Reload.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah. You can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Hey, watch this. Kill. Fofo's 72.
On 1st down, Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Shadow. Hey, team 6. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Hey, alert 3. Switch. Let's go on. No, 66. Hey, hey, 50. 50 to Mike. Hey, exit. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball?
Play action. Now it's Brady. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Wait, that. Mike, 44. All day, baby, all day.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Brady closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Brady. He'll get this to Eckler. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey, that. Play, 20. Check, check. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Brady going to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
It's just me and you. 72.
Brady to throw again. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. SOS.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Get it, baby. Boom.
Wait, 20!
He can't hang.
He's next 3. 218. Check ball, bandit.
To throw on 3rd down. Brady. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Recon, 132 fighter.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
Weapon. Hey, check it.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
150.
On play action, now Brady. Now he's stepped, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hey, 66.
At the 38-yard line.
Hey, Haywood. Alpha.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady complete. It's Henry. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
We call that a sack. Look.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Hey, Wahoo.
What you got, Heavy?
Go Bandit.
Here we go. Football's the mic.
Let's go out. No,
To try again after the sack. Brady. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 1st touchdown of the new season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Sugar. Hey, Alpha.
twins. Watch twins. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. I got it. I got it.
Throwing now is Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hatchet. Hatchet.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go. Check 52.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Wait, that. Wait, 20.
Mike Fofo. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Hey, 66.
Brady now on 1st down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Brady. Robinson's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Regular.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
Push him back.
Now Brady again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Right, over.
Fournette on the counter. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 22, here's second and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it third down and 10.
44, Mike, 44. We got to get free. Shift.
They're going to look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
And it's 3 and out.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check. Fofo's Mike. Mike Fofo. Watch the screen. Watch the split.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's Hill, complete. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. This is Fournette, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a third and goal situation.
Mike 49. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check 37. Match pass. Kill.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas and really pouring it on now with the Cowboys. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
You must be getting tired of seeing kneel. 44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check. Come on, dude. Hey, Alabama.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
It leads to second and 10.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10.
Let's get out the field, defense. You go tight. You got tight right there.
61, matchbox, lights. Regular. Bravo.
Watch the slant. Watch the twist. Check.
Brady going to look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays? Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On third down, Brady. And it's complete. Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on first down is Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
44, Mike, 44. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a play fake. Brady. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Again, it's Fournette, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and to the surprise of exactly nobody that watched this game, it was the 40-something-year-old Tom Brady again that led the way.
And do you get the sense that if we're fortunate enough to be around, you might be saying, and to the surprise of no one, it was a 50-something-year-old Tom Brady who led his team to victory.
If he is still playing at 50, that's the greatest accomplishment in the history of sports.
I believe that if he decided to still play into his 50s, he would still be effective in the league. That's how good he is.
So for the home team here, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got.
Return.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the crown.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, peak flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all, peak flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give